I called Dr. Branham because I was having issues with my thyroid. Currently, I was feeling sluggish, tired, lethargic, crabby. I was a horrible person. I couldn't get out of bed. I was looking for any excuse to just sleep truly all day long. My daughter, she's 9, right after I had her, 6 months after I had her, I was diagnosed with Graves' disease through a primary doctor. And she sent me to an endocrinologist at SLU, and I saw him, and he wanted to remove my thyroid and put me on meds for the rest of my life. And I just thought there was a better way, a different way. So I actually met with a holistic doctor at that point and kind of went through some workup with him. I didn't care for him, so I kind of just did what he said, and this just kind of went about the diet, just following a healthier diet. I chose to not see him anymore and kind of fell off the bandwagon. At that point, though, my thyroid was hyper. I was super skinny and jittery, and my symptoms were completely different. So fast forward a couple of years, I noticed that's when I started to become sluggish and extremely overweight, and I knew it was my thyroid. I just didn't know what to do about it. I was actually driving to work and heard an advertisement for Dr. Branham, and it was funny because when I pulled to a stop sign, I called, and it was already in my phone as thyroid doctor. So I had thought about calling him one other time. I must have heard it, and so this time I just made the appointment. So the first experience with him, I watched a video just about some other patients and learned a little bit about him. I also learned at that point that he doesn't take everybody as a patient. You really have to decide that you want change in your life. And so and my husband was with me, thankfully. So it was a little bit about him and just kind of about their office at that point. And he makes you have a partner, somebody that you can go through this with, so that on those times when you feel like you're going to give up or like, why am I doing this or whatever, you always have somebody there to support you. So not in his office and at home. So that was nice too, that he makes you have that. Basically, we just got to it right away. Then we started on all of the extensive testings that he does. I learned a lot about gluten allergies. I learned just about my body and how I was reacting to certain foods. He's very knowledgeable, and that's one thing at every appointment. He makes sure that you understand why you're doing what you're doing and why this is happening. So I learned a lot, actually. I can tell when I'm kind of veering off of foods that I should avoid. I don't have a gluten allergy, so I can consume gluten, but my body does react differently. For 3 days, I'm kind of swollen or a little bit sluggish or things like that. But so I can tell if I veer from what he's taught me. But for the most part, it's not worth it to feel like that. So I just stay with what he's taught me. I lost 40 pounds in 8 weeks with him, I think. It was immediate. It was life-changing. So he truly saved my life.